All right, everyone, we've got another Just Chatting video for you. Andy, tell us a little bit about this video and what we're going to be discussing. You recently went on a trip.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on trips and I've seen the whole world is focused on Pokemon. And in fact, China has been doing some things that are specific for the market here. And actually, today I want to tell you a really funny story and how Pokemon is everywhere in my life.
Yeah, so it's so what I love about this journey so far is as our passion and
Mm.
interest in Pokemon grows. We see it's. I feel like it's growing with us as you
Mm.
explored, China or well, not explore, but kind of like travel through China, do living your life
Right.
in China. For people who don't know, Andy's been there for decades. So you
Yep.
kind of like living and moving around, and you're starting to see more and more
Mm.
Pokemon. And I feel like this is such a perfect example of that. So as our
Mm.
passion grows, we're seeing it also grow in China, and
Mm.
as it gains popularity in China. Again, for people who don't know, Chinese Pokemon cards haven't been around since 2022. That's so late in the
Yep.
game. So there's a lot of catch up happening today.
Right.
So yeah, tell us about this. There's been a recent campaign, which is so fitting and so freaking cute, is
Mm.
Chinese, this Chinese campaign called Pokemon Road Trip. Tell us a little bit about this.
Right. Well, it was a spectacularly coordinated event by the Pokemon Company. And this is an official thing. This is not just a fan base thing or a retailer who did this. This is the Pokemon Company themselves. And I saw that there was this thing happening outside the stores done by the official company. I'm like, what is this? And then I finally found out that it's this event called Pokemon Road Trip. And how did I actually find out about this? Well, I was at an incredibly busy intersection and called Shujiahui, which is it's kind of like the Times Square or the Shibuya or Shinjuku or whatever kind of area of Japan in Tokyo. And there's this huge statue of Pokemon. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? Like, how is everything turning out to be Pokemon? And I'm walking around with my son, and we're like, there's got to be something more to this than just, a huge Pokemon outside of a department store. So we start walking around the mall, and usually these kind of events where they're promoting something or doing something are in the lower levels. So
Yeah.
your first level is going to be perfume and expensive stuff for the ladies. Second floor, men, blah, 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 blah. At the basement is usually cool promotions and restaurants and, fast food, whatever. And so we go down to the basement, we're walking around, and we find this amazing Pokemon like kit. Like it has this little stand and everything else like this. And it turns out it was a satellite Pokemon store built for this promotion. And it has some really
Cute.
cool things that we can show you guys here of products that were for the branding of the Pokemon Road Trip. And it just blew me away how cool this little pop-up store was. You could buy official cards. You could buy boxes, packs, single packs. You could buy, the boxes of 5 or 20 packs. And you could get plushie, soft toys, and also it was just really a cool. It was a official Pokemon store, but there it was in the middle of this stream of people walking around. I was like, wow, that was so cool. And I thought at that time that was the end of it. And I thought, okay, that was a really great experience. Way to go, Pokemon Company. Really cool thing. But that wasn't the end of the story, Anne Marie.
So yeah, tell us a little bit more about you found it. Were there any cool things that you got to did it have anything specially unique to it? Was it just more Pokemon cards? Was there anything unique to the campaign? What did you discover?
Well, I mean, they everything was really branded for this event. So I'm going to show you guys what the bag looked like. This
So
huge,
cute.
cool bag. It was specifically made for the road trip event, and they had cool things. Like a big thing these days is to clip things onto your bag or onto your phone or something. So they had a lot of cool like designed for the road trip, some keychains, some clip-on things, some clip-on plushies, and it was really cool because it was really kind of saying that we're getting out there, we're moving on. So I'll show some images here. You can see of some things that really surprised me, some pins, some magnets, and other kinds of bling. But in general, you could get a lot of the basics, but also some special stuff. So it was really fantastic.
Nice. So were you able to did you buy besides getting like the pins and the bag, were you able to score any boxes or cards or anything?
Well, what was very interesting to me was that it wasn't at a time where something was very new, because, and that means that something didn't come out like in the last week before I ran into this
Mhm.
um, location. But so I didn't get tested. I didn't have the velvet rope. Do I know Pokemon? You're not a scalper test. So I had no tests, but
Yeah.
but I was able to buy some packs, and it was really cool. And I was with my son, so then we were able to go to a coffee shop next door and open up some packs together, which I love to
Oh,
do with my son.
that's cool.
Um, and so it was really great. But I mean, it was the bottom line is it was a real store. It was really cool.
Yeah. Nice. So this was um did you see these, so you saw this once, where again did you see this store, the one that you're talking about right now?
Yeah, it was a big mall in Shijiahui, which is like the Times Square of Shanghai, and I thought to myself that it was the end, that was the one location
Did you find any
where
more?
the road trip was. Well, good that you ask. My true surprise was that I gave up in general about finding another location,
Okay.
but then I'm going on a trip to Japan
Yeah.
to see the Foo Fighters concert,
So
which was
cool.
amazing, by the way.
So
Oh my
cool.
God, the Foo Fighters. Love the Foo Fighters. We sang when it was over. I sang with like I knew every song. I sang with every song, and my voice was totally gone.
Worth it.
Amazing. One of my favorite concerts ever. But regarding Pokemon, my wife and myself went through the security, and as soon as we went through security of the Pudong Airport in Shanghai, boom, there was a road trip Pokemon store
No
in
way.
in in the airport. And this,
That
I'm
is
not
so cool.
saying that it's like this store used to be something and it's going to be something else. It was like where people walk, so it was like right in the middle.
Love it.
And the Pudong Airport is huge. It's a beautiful airport.
Nice.
And so I saw it, but what was amazing was this was at the time when the new set came out for Gengar, the 151 booster box.
Okay.
And this was so hard to buy. You couldn't buy it at the official store anymore. But I'm like, oh my goodness, maybe it'll be at the pop-up store for road trip. So
Yeah.
I run and I get in line, and there was a line at the airport store. It's
Wow.
not like, you have to have so many fans. And when I'm talking to the fans in the line, they were like, oh, my son told me, you've got to go somewhere, leave the country so you can go to the road trip store to buy me Gengar. It was crazy. So
Wow.
I get in line, and while I'm in line, there's a glass window behind the cash register.
Uh-huh.
So there's a lady there, and I see her take a box, and she takes out one of those boxes
Mm.
with Gengar
Wow.
and Pikachu.
Yeah.
And the guy's so happy to get it. He's like, woo! But I've got like 10 more people in front of me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, but they have it. They have it. I get it. And when I get to the line and I get to the front, the lady tells me, I'm sorry, that was the last box.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, like, no.
Oh.
But she says, but we have single packs. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I bought some single packs
Yep.
and opened them up. Loved it. I did not get the 7,000 US dollar Gengar with Pikachu where he's did not get that card, but loved it. Got a few cards to fill my collection. It was wonderful.
Nice.
But how amazing is that? And then what's amazing about this is I went back to another trip where I was leaving, going back to the US, and the store was still there, but it was gone. There was no product, there was no people. You can see in the picture, it looked like a ghost town kind of a thing. And it was kind of sad. And I was thinking to myself, oh, it's too bad that, the road trip is over. It was really cool. I got to get those Gengar packs that I couldn't get at the official store because I missed it because there were a gazillion people there. And it's just impossible to get. So it was really cool, but it was sad to see it go. But I always knew it was going to be a temporary thing. But then let me tell you, a secret happened recently. I went back to Japan.
Yeah.
And when I went back to Japan, I went to see the concert Tool.
Oh, yeah.
Tool.
Another
Tool.
solid
Amazing
band.
concert.
Yeah.
A crazy homage to the 1990s.
Yeah.
For you young people, check them out.
Yeah.
If you don't know Foo Fighters, check them out.
Yeah.
And so I went back, and now the drum roll, after the road trip, what I believe they did was it was a test of the market.
Okay.
Now there's an official Pokemon store where the road trip was.
Oh my gosh. Cool.
And this is what it looks like. So we're going to show you guys here a few photos of the new store. It's official. It's there. So if you're flying or in or out, whatever, well, especially out of Shanghai in Terminal 2, there is an official Pokemon store. And they're selling cards. They're saying, now, one thing I will say, if you're buying cards in China, you're not going to get English cards. You can get simplified Chinese cards.
Yes.
But in some of the stores in town, not official store, but the stores in town, they do have English cards. They do have Japanese cards in particular. But it's just amazing. This road trip was fun. It was cool. It actually created an official store now in the Pudong airport.
So cool.
And it's like a kiosk. It's small, but this whole thing has been fantastic. I really hope that they keep doing these kind of things because it keeps the energy going and it's just really exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. What a great story. I love hearing that. I love how, they kind of tested this out and now there's a permanent store in the Shanghai Pudong airport that wasn't there before. Like, this is just a testament to it growing in China. It's like Chinese Pokemon cards, Pokemon, just, it's it being new but accelerating. And again, I really feel like we're growing with this with China, which is so cool to kind of see this growth in tandem with us, exploring it and sharing, everything that we're discovering in this this channel and our Instagram. So head over there. We're gonna share some more photos with all of you. And this was so cool. Thank you for sharing this. Yeah, the minute you started telling me about this, I was like, oh, we need to talk about this. We need to get on YouTube and talk about this for a Just Chatting episode. So awesome. Well, everyone, thanks for hanging out with us. Like, share, subscribe, send this to your friends. Check us out on Instagram where we'll share a lot more photos about this, this really cool kind of boilerplate testing out of the market in a really cute and thoughtful way. Some of the merch that Andy was able to collect from this trip, and he was on a road trip and so was Pokemon with him. So super cute and super cool.
How good is that?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. All right, check out our next video. We drop them every Friday. So, and if you liked this or there's more, you want to see more of certain things, tell us what you like. Tell us what you want to see more of, and we'd be happy to deliver that for you. Drop your, your questions in the comment section, and we will be responding soon. Okay.
Yeah, if you hear a rumor out there, Let me be the investigator of
Yep.
the rumor. Let me tell you what's going on.
Yeah.
Let's keep ourselves in tune because this is such an exciting place for Pokemon these days.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Okay, well, we will catch you in the next video. Bye.